So here it is. Um, Almost 11 o'clock at night. I want to go to sleep, but for some reason, I'm not tired. So I guess I decided just to do a little update on the video that I made the other day. And needless to say, it didn't work out the way I was expecting it to. I was hoping it was going to work out better. It actually worked out me losing my job. Not really sad about the job. You know, nigga, don't really have no income coming in, but I mean, it's really only been like a day and a half, 2 days. So, Monday hasn't even hit yet, so I really haven't had a chance to just look for another grass cutting landscaping job or whatever. But I stopped by to give a few of my thoughts. And, you know what? Sometimes you play the game and you win. Sometimes you play the game and you lose. This time, I lost. It is what it is. Not so mad at the fact that I'm no longer employed. I'm more mad about the fact that I haven't got paid for the work week that I put in, which makes me very angry because I have bills that I have to pay. Most importantly is rent. You dig what I'm saying? Rent is the most important thing, especially since I just got into this apartment and I'm not trying to really start off bad. But I got time to, look for another job and whatever. Hey, I hope for the best. And, hopefully everything goes well. But, basically, Tuesday, Wednesday, walked off the job. Thursday worked, seen him, kind of looked at him, he looked at me, he ain't say nothing. I was thinking, okay, I'm probably in the clear. Friday rolls around. He comes up to the job, tripping, like ain't nobody doing no work. And I was kind of mad because I was actually the only one working. I mean, regardless of the fact that the general manager's not around or the owner's not around, you still need to be working. And I was the only one working. So he starts tripping. He starts going on this whole rant about me not answering my phone and text messages and this, that, and the third. And an argument ensued. I mean, I kept it a buck with him. I was like, look, man, I'm working twice and 3 times as hard. We don't have nobody because everybody keeps quitting. And then the people who are supposed to show up can't even act like they show up on time. Then he basically is telling me, like, well, their personal problems are none of your concern. I'm like, it is my concern because we're supposed to be working as a team. And if we're working as a team, personal problems affect the team. Then I'm going to tell you one more time. It's not your concern. And all this, that, and the third. I was like, okay, man, whatever. What do you mean? You can get off my job site. So I was like, okay, whatever. I'm like, where my bread? You can get your money at the end of the day. I was like, okay. Didn't get my money. This makes me very angry, like I mentioned previously. Makes me want to go do some things to this man. And I've never really discussed this with a whole lot of people. But let's go ahead and put it on Front Street. I have never done anything to cause me any significant jail time. Not to say that I wouldn't. It's just that I haven't for multiple reasons. Majority of my life, I was more afraid of who I would become if I crossed that threshold. And it's a threshold I still don't want to cross. You see what I'm saying? Because when you cross that threshold, there are certain things that come with crossing that threshold. Like, sure, you're going to get, more monetary gain. But in the long run, it usually doesn't work out the way you want it to. And despite of how I feel, I'm still trying to keep my composure. The GM's going to try to get my job back. I mean, if he does, he does. If he doesn't, he doesn't. But, I mean, either way, I'm going to look for something else. Me and the GM is on good standing because, I actually held on to some property. And so the GM calls me. I was like, yeah, I got it. Whatever. I'll see you at the shop. So when I hollered at him, I kind of pulled him aside, man to man. I was like, hey, look, man, I apologize for taking XYZ, dude. But Jason had just pissed me off so bad, man. I just grabbed my stuff and I just left. Like, bro, I'm sick of it. He's like, hey, man, I understand. I'm about sick of it, too. You know what I'm saying? And he the one who ended up telling me that dude basically like, well, he gonna pay me whenever he ready to pay me, which makes me want to go to that man's house and do some things that I want to do. But again, you standing at a door and there's a key in the door, but the door contains all type of evil, malicious type of things behind this door. There's a key in the door. You want to turn the key and open up the door because you can use these things to do X, Y, and Z, but once you open Pandora's box, you can't close it. I've gotten by 29 years of not opening Pandora's box, but when you owe me money, that doesn't sit right. But it is what it is. I haven't quite figured out how I'm going to deal with that yet. But I'm sure something will happen. And so, long story short, I'm currently out of a job, which I don't believe I'll be out of a job very long. One of the things I wanted to do was to, get some experience under my belt. I was going to try to stay a little longer to get some more experience, but I feel that I have enough experience to where I can go somewhere else and get hired relatively easy. 3 months doesn't seem a lot, but for me, when I work with my hands, I tend to pick up things very fast. So, I can run the mowers, trim, edge, mulch, pull weeds, whatever. I can do a whole lot of stuff that I have learned over the short course of time that I have been here. So I'm going to take my towels to South Beach. Like Big Baby Brian. But that's neither here nor there. So basically, like I said, or I don't know if I had previously mentioned, that I just laying here listening to some jams, trying to sleep. Brother couldn't sleep, ain't got no weed, because sometimes if I can't sleep, I'll, smoke a little bit. The weed will relax me, it'll kind of make me a little bit sleepier, and then, maybe a couple ho-hos later, I'm in the bed and I'm sleeping, sound like a baby. But like I say, sometimes you play the game and you win. Sometimes you lose. Hey, it is what it is. I lost this round. But that doesn't mean that I'm out for the count. The 10 count It's not there. It's not even close to being to 0 or 1. My 10 count is at 9, is at 10. So I haven't given up. There are still things that I am going to do, regardless, because I have bills I have to pay. So I gotta do what I gotta do and find something else. But I mean, it kind of just irking, man. Like, I don't understand how someone can run a company and be so arrogant and be so I want to say detached, but I don't believe detached is the right word for it. I wish I could find a better word. I don't have one. But for someone who just literally, just flat out does not give one flying fuck, not one iota about anybody else except for himself, and you getting ready to run your company into the ground, like not getting ready to, he is running his company into the ground. He literally has absolutely nobody, and by nobody I mean like the number of people he has working for his company, I can count them on one hand. And it's crazy because this your livelihood, bro. I don't understand it. Like, if my livelihood depends on some people working for me, then that means that I'm going to treat my employees with respect. And I'm going to pay them on time, so they can continue to work for me to make my business profitable, so I can continue to pay my bills and continue to pay them. But this dude just absolutely does not give a fuck. Like, I was here, bro, day in and day out. Nigga even had to get up out of his bed in the rain to come to work just to find out that we're not even working. Because I catch the bus. And then I catch the bus. I can be on time. You would think niggas with cars could be on time. But apparently they can't. Okay. And, he doesn't really give a fuck. Like, dude, I just told you. Shit's fucked up. Then you gonna talk about some, I was thinking about giving you a raise, but, due to your performance this week. The fuck? What I tell y'all in my last video about the little nigga trinkets, the nigga treats. I wish I had some visual aids for you guys. Let's just say this can of grape soda is a nigga treat, like a carrot in front of a horse or a donkey. Oh, here's a little raise. Yep, here's a raise. Oh, you can't have that yet. You can't have that yet. Basically, he trying to not even giving me no nigga trinkets. He dangling the idea of having nigga trinkets over my head. And I knew he was lying because, out of all the little nasty text messages and stuff he sent me, and, I was thinking about giving you a raise. Thinking about giving me a raise and giving me a raise are two totally different things. I haven't gotten a raise. Do I feel like I deserve a raise? Yes, I should have gotten a raise a long time ago. Just off the flip that I'm still here while everybody else has quit should give me enough cause to give you enough cause, him enough cause to give me a raise. It only makes sense. I work hard. I learn a lot in a short period of time. I do my job. I show up every day. You don't have no problems out of me. But yet he doesn't give a fuck. And I knew he was lying because I was thinking about giving you a raise, but you haven't given it to me. So I already knew he was lying. Like I say, he a white supremacist. Anything the white supremacists give you is a trick bag. It's a bag with a trick in it. A trick bag, an example of a trick bag would be like a brown paper bag with dog shit in it. Like you see, oh, here you go. I brought you this. And then when you open up the bag, there's dog shit in that bag. That's a trick. And also, he told my homeboy, who was another black man, that he was thinking about giving him a raise. Oh, I was thinking about giving you a raise. He knew he was lying too. He like, nigga, you ain't gave me no raise. And then he like to throw me and him together on some shit, which is another white supremacist tactic. Throwing all black people together. Oh, well, you and Darion or you and David. Like, hold up. Me and that man ain't got nothing to do with each other regarding this situation. But that's just what he likes to do, man. It's a messed up situation, but I'm not down and out. I'm not down for the count. I'm not even close to being knocked out. Regardless of whether I get my money or not, I'm still going to do what I need to do. But I will say, it's hard to operate in the system of white supremacy, especially being a black man. It seems the older I get and the more aware that I get, the more that I see white supremacy in its fullness. And it seems like the older I get, the easier it gets on some levels, but the harder it gets on others. But that makes me just want to go harder for my own stuff, so I can own a black business and employ black people. But, you know, this old system of white supremacy keeps knocking your boy back down, you know, couple stairs. Because it's hard out here for a black man, especially a strong alpha black male. Not someone who's a coon and all that sort of stuff. A strong black man, it's hard for us out here. It's hard. And that's really why old dude was mad, because he thought that he had a good little Negro smacking on watermelon and loving chicken and, oh yes sir, bo, yes sir, bo, yes sir. He thought he had one of them. He thought he had a safe Negro, because in this nigga text messages, it seemed like he was hurt. Oh, you just don't have no respect for me and Wood. I'm like, no, I ain't even responding to the nigga, but I'm like, hold up. Me and Wood cool. Me and the GM cool. Me and this nigga ain't got no problems. Me and you got problems. And then I buy you guys sandwiches. Like, fuck your sandwiches, bro. Them little pussy ass 6 cent subs. Come on, stop. He seemed like he was hurt. Like, oh, I gave you grits and tattered clothes. How can you do this to me, nigga? How can you do this to me? I'm sad, little Negro. That makes me sad. Whatever, man. That's my rant. I'm out of time. So I guess you call this a continuation of the other one. But I'm out of time again, so I'll holler. Peace.